and gentlemen, welcome back. It's that time again for your daily dose of bullshit. This is Bullshit News with your host, Bill Bullshit.
Hello, I'm Bill Bullshit, and welcome to the Bullshit News. Today, of course, our top story is going to be swine flu. The world is being taken over by it, and we'll all be dead soon. But before that happens, we have some stories that we'd like to share with you.
Swine flu.
Now, as we all know, just a few weeks back, the swine flu took over the world. We didn't know what to do. We've been sick plenty of times, but not the swine flu.
Trouble.
Sounds like we have a breaking bulletin. We have live feed from our man on the street, Pedro Gonzalez. Pedro Gonzalez, someplace in the streets in Mexico, please come through. Pedro. No, you have to take the mask off, Pedro. We can't hear you. Pedro? 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 I don't think he can hear us, Bill. We're gonna come back to him. As you can see, I guess there was technical difficulties. Pedro doesn't understand that with a mask on his face, we can't hear him. That Pedro, we love him. But, as you know, where he is on the streets of Mexico is probably the most dangerous place in the world. Because, out of the tens of thousands of people that die from the regular cold, we've had about, 100-something cases. So we know that this is dangerous. Instead, let's go to a man that we have that has an idea to stop this. He's coming from someplace in the south. I think his name is, what was it? Mordecai Jenkins. Mordecai Jenkins, take it away. Now listen here. I'm not trying to alarm everybody, alright, but I personally think every single one of you is gonna die. Everybody I know is gonna die. My little boy Mordecai is gonna die. Everybody. I'm not gonna die. See, down here in the South, we got a little thing that we like to call American justice. Now, if that swindle flu is gonna come flying up from the Mexican borders, I believe that if we had that proper wall, you know what I'm talking about? That God bless his soul, President Bush said we was gonna get. That wall that blocks Mexicans from Americans until they're ready to come mow our lawns. If we had that wall, the swine flu wouldn't find a way to get in. You know what I mean? It'd be like, oh, I can't get into America. Hey, no, I'm the swine flu. Let me in. They'd be like, no, there's a big fucking wall, swine flu. You can't come. And swine flu would be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go kill more Mexicans because but instead, it's come on over. Now, me personally, if I gotta get a little swine flu to get my lawn cut, then that's what I got to do. But I don't see the future as being any kind of happy times. I think it's spreading. This is the coming days. This is what we're gonna do. The U.S. is gonna man up, put their fisticuffs up, and fight it right in the face. That's what we do forever. That's what we've been doing since we sat down with them Indians and made a contract and ate some dinner and said, this is our planet, and we revolve around the sun all day long. God bless you. Thank you, Mordecai. You know what? Let's take a break from some of this flu action and let's get a little weather report from our man, Gee Whiz.
Yo, here's the problem, Bill. No matter where you look on this map, you in trouble. Now, from what I'm seeing, it says that no matter where you go, you gonna get flued. Coming down from the east of New Mexico, you're gonna get just a little bit of swine flu. But now, if you head back up all the way to the north, you're gonna get the maximum swine flu that you could get. You know what, Bill? I don't even have the weather today. The weather is gonna be a cold smacking of the ass of swine flu. It's gonna be a warm uplifting of swine flu in your nostrils. It's gonna be a low down, cool, clouded day of swine flu.
Gee whiz.
Me and some of my G's, we've been thinking, you know what? Time to go smack a crack a bust like a smack a crack a bust ass. You know what I mean?
We went down the road to see my friend's pig because it was nice and fat. We like to call him Sizzling. We went to see the pig, and the pig looked sick, and we were scared. So what we did is we left. We didn't want to see the pig after we realized it was not looking good. All of the pigs in town are laughing at us now. Well, we handle it in a traditional way. And maybe that is a reason why most of us are sick. Everybody who gets sick, if you cough, you're dead. If you breathe, not good. So, what we do is we walk around with these masks. We don't breathe, we don't drink, we don't have joy. We just go, hey, how are you, swine flu? You know? Yeah, when you meet somebody, it's very difficult. It's like you don't even want to talk. Hey, babe, how was your day? You don't want to say to them, hey, I'm afraid that, my best friend, I'm afraid that you are sick with the swine flu. So you have to say things like, hey, how are you doing today, Pedro? You have to give them the looks,
We have a word. Somebody on the street has a comment to make about the swine flu. We'd like to hear it.
So like Mary called me up and she was like, hey Jill, and I said, yeah, and she was like, guess what? And I was like, what? And she was like, there's this thing called the swine flu, and I was like, swine flu? What's swine? And she told me that it was the thing that we eat on Thanksgiving, and I told her, oh, I didn't know that, and she was like, oh, that's so strange because we learned it in history last week, and I was like, oh, I wasn't there because, Bobby called me and everything. But either way, what we did is we said, oh no, and then she was like, yeah, and it was dangerous that, it's out there, and I think that the world should have world peace, and Afghanistan should leave Yukistan alone, and I think that I'm not gonna let my child, when I have one, watch Miss Piggy anymore because she's the cause of all of our problems.
I see now we have an incoming transmission. We have some more news about the swine flu. This is coming from the 13th century. A man named Helmut Guadard. Helmut, you think you're having a hard time? Why don't you come back here and live here for a little bit, okay? We got a lot of things going on. It's a great time. Hey, how about this? What's for dinner? Mud. Okay? You think you got a hard time? It's great. Hey, Gary, when you get off guard duty, come talk to these people. They're from the future. They're worried about this swine flu. Yeah, I'm telling them. My wife's walking around without a foot. You know what? We ate it. That's how hungry we are, okay? We're sitting here guarding the 13th century and you're talking about diseases. You want diseases? Okay, come down here and take a whiff. Well, it's all good news on the horizon. Thank you for joining us today. The world sucks. This is bullshit news. Thanks for watching Bullshit News.
That's where you find me, oh, somewhere. pretty in the sky are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And the dreams that you dare to, why, oh, why can't I find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And the dreams that